Dear Dr. Sayoga Cavalli, Merry Christmas to you, your family, and everyone at Topanga Labarnacle Medical Group in Weehawken. I wanted to express again my deepest gratitude for your professionalism, your winning bedside manner, and your encyclopedic medical expertise. You treated Orpheus Napoleon October like a member of your own family. And now I consider you part of the family. Of the 104 chiropodists that I consulted with, you were the only one who had the courage to take Orpheus Napoleon October as a patient. 104 medical professionals who spat on the Hippocratic Oath. 104 medical professionals who discriminated against Orpheus Napoleon October just because he was a photograph of a corgi I ripped out of a corgi-themed calendar. Where in the Hippocratic Oath does it say that photographs of corgis don't deserve to be treated with dignity? Nowhere. They still denied me. 104 medical professionals who will soon lose their license. I have a room full of lawyers on retainer, and they're fighting like roosters for a shot at the case. It's a shoo-in. But enough of the ugliness. Merry Christmas, Dr. Sayoga Cavalli. What a great time to look back through the blizzard of time and be thankful for what the year has brought to the Miller family. On January 13th, we welcomed Natalie Chrysanthemum to the world. She's living proof that giving birth while running a decathlon is a miracle for early childhood development. Even in her early babble, I could hear the germs of that distinct melody of someone condescendingly pronouncing foreign terms in their perfect native pronunciation. Her very first words were pièce de résistance, and she said it exactly how it's supposed to be said, pièce de résistance. She recently spilled some of her breakfast agave on my copy of the Mahabharata, however, which had to be airlifted to a Mahabharata repair store in Jersey City. She's currently being used as collateral. I hope you'll join me in wishing Natalie Chrysanthemum the best. Massimo Affa-Clyde is doing well, with one more year to go in his liminal architecture program. His work was recently included in a collection at the Guggenheim X in Siberia. I've included pictures. It's a chair that's really hard to sit in. It challenges a lot of our colonial assumptions about being able to sit in chairs. Never one to put all of his eggs in one mid-century modern basket. Massimo Affa-Clyde recently also made waves online when he broke the record for most incorrect things said about skiing in 1 minute. It went like this. Skiing was invented by Ralph Waldo Emerson. This president of Finland is the best skier in the world. You can ski to another planet. You can go skiing in your pocket. The word ski is from the Latin for to not ski. Ryan Seacrest died skiing. The 15th Amendment gave men the right to ski. The tallest person to ever ski was 5'11". You can go skiing in the past. The Quran mentions skiing 4,500 times. Skiing hurts the snow. If you ski in your dreams, you die in real life. The sound of skiing attracts skeletons. 30 people can fit on one ski. Skiing creeps everyone out. Skiing for 1 hour is the same carbon footprint as 250,000 idling cars. Skis grow on trees. Skis come from fleas. Skis have wheels. Skis don't work at night. They fold up like a crocus or a wood sorrel. Skis can recognize their owner after 80 years apart. Skis can jump 350 times their own body length. Skis are the only bird that flies backwards. Skis have 4 stomachs. Skis... Only female skis bite. Ski skin is actually black under their white fur. A newborn ski is the size of a lima bean. Skis eat pufferfish to get high. For each human on Earth, there are 2.5 billion skis. Skis have transparent eyelids which keep from the swirling sands of the Sahara out of their eyes. The ski can live for up to 22 weeks with its head cut off. A group of skis is known as several skis. Skis can impregnate themselves. Skis can sense a drop of blood in the water from 3 miles away, and skis have fingerprints identical to humans. A world record. Massimo Affa-Clyde stands alone. We're so proud of him. I hope you'll join me in wishing Massimo Affa-Clyde the best. My husband, Brett Yesterday, is busy as usual with his conceptual novels. Maybe you've seen them in the shops. Here's a sum that he's gotten published this year. Making Ends Meet, a story about a duck in which every sentence is a Freudian slip. The Nameable, the word I, then 188 blank pages, and then the word died. Love's Winged Nonsense, a love story between a 14th century Arabian concubine and a 21st century high school principal, each page of which is ripped out and thrown in one of those wind tunnels used to train skydivers, so you have to piece it together in virtual freefall. Klaxon Chartreuse, a fin de cycle whodunit that has nothing to do with hot air balloons, but uses the word hot air balloon in every sentence. The Lay of Osquillo, an epic, romantic, 500-page chanson de geste which takes place inside of a single metaphor describing a fart. Father's Big Goodness, an ecstatic and infantile prose poem structured as a dialogue between 2 children jubilantly anticipating the return of their father from a business trip. At the end, they're revealed to be the children of Archduke Franz Ferdinand on June 27, 1914. Ulteriorum, a book which the author openly and repeatedly admits is only being written to look busy while avoiding eye contact with an old consulting client whose asset management firm he ruined. The Bird Who Always Loses. It's a book about a bird who always loses. The Life of Arnulfo Tejada, a rewriting of an old Spanish picaresque in which every noun is replaced with I, me, or myself. i.e., I left Salamanca, and having arrived at myself, I directed myself to myself, carved in myself in the form of myself, and desired that I take myself near myself. When I had passed myself close to myself, I said, myself, if I put myself to myself, I will hear my extraordinary self within. Where is God when it hurts? A guide to connecting with Christ through grief. Scorching and nerve-jangling gonzo microfiction, 3,000 short chapters, sometimes as short as a single word, the rage-filled journal of a teenager participating in a study which tests the effects of an experimental new energy drink. Impertinence burgeoning. A coming-of-age story about a shy but headstrong young girl written in the form of a ramblingly apologetic ransom note. What the animals remember. A cockroach wakes up one day as a human and becomes the president within a week. Written as an acrostic of every letter of Constance Garnett's 1904 English translation of War and Peace. A bad day at the zoo. No one knows what it's about yet, but each word is tattooed on a different person somewhere around the world, and you have to find them in the right order to read the book. Brett's been busy, but the stress has its toll. Based on a suspiciously vivid description of abdominal pain in Valle of Osquillo, I suspected he may be hiding something from me. I confronted him about it, and we got some help. The long and short of it is that he needed a prostate transplant, and because I was grandfathered into a waiting list from the Belarusian side of my family, we were able to get Rasputin's prostate. I don't want to be obscene, but I've never had my needs met so completely. I hope you'll join me in wishing Brett yesterday the best. We have not heard from Olivia Abisso Petunia in many months, unfortunately. She ran off to India to live in an ashram with the Rajneesh godman Osho, who, as we tried to explain, died in 1990. Every week we send her an envelope stuffed with news articles which speak about Osho in the past tense, just to convince her. Since we don't know where she is, for the address we just put India. We miss her. I hope you'll join me in wishing Olivia Abisso Petunia the best. Gerson is loving his new career, currently wandering around the American West with a radio satellite GPS, trying to track falling space junk so he can get hit by it and get a huge cash settlement from the government. He told me it is 2022's hottest new side hustle. They recently came out with a new space junk tracker that's 1% more accurate than the model he has, and Gerson asked us for some money to help afford it. I didn't think it was worth the $8,000 for a 1% improvement. But he explained that, in the world of space junk, a 1% change in orbital coordinates is the difference between debris landing in Bucharest or Budapest, Ouagadougou or Kalamazoo, Sopchoppy or Lahore, Dusseldorf or Duluth, Vladivostok or Bar Harbor, Copenhagen or Nairobi, Hanoi or Honolulu, Havana or Hamburg, Corpus Christi or Helsinki, Osaka or Kerala, Perth or Myrtle Beach, Rwanda or Milan, Sheffield or Jakarta, he explained, and I agreed to give him the money. He loves the job, and I hope you'll join me in wishing Gerson the best. Gaspar Sassafras, our lovely son, is living in Indianapolis as a steak sauce salesman. He recently sent me these affirmations he reads every morning, and they were too good not to share. Feel free to share them with any steak sauce salesman in your life. I am a steak sauce salesman. No robot can sell steak sauce like me. No app can sell steak sauce like me. I don't take no steak sauce for an answer. Steak sauce I didn't sell? Never heard of her. I have so many steak sauce colored ties. I have so many steak sauce colored pants. I have so many steak sauce colored shoes. Today I will sell steak sauce. Today I will show the world how much steak sauce I can sell. I will see the steak sauce purchaser in everyone I meet. I will not wait for a world with more steak sauce. I will make a world with more steak sauce. I will make a world with more steak sauce. I will sell steak sauce to my family. I will sell steak sauce to my kids. I will sell steak sauce to the sun. I am a steak sauce salesman, and today I will show the world how much steak sauce I can sell. Incredible. I hope you'll join me in wishing Gaspar Sassafras the best. Despite what current scurrilous news outlets may be reporting, Dr. Iago Dahlia has never once let her personal maniacal obsession with tearing children's toenails off interfere with her solemn duties as an experimental pediatric pedicurist. Shame on anyone who believes those baseless canards. She's doing very well, and I hope you'll join me in wishing Dr. Iago Dahlia the best. Rafaela Tulipendulum graduated from the conservatory and has worked up on a lot of exciting new projects. She worked at UCLA, scoring a version of Seinfeld made just for crickets, which is meant to answer the age-old question of if crickets like Seinfeld. In one of the scenes, a cricket is just scratching their leg and accidentally makes a cricket noise, which attracts a lady cricket. But he's really not in an amorous mood and has to awkwardly explain to her that he's just trying to itch his leg. I swear, I'm just scratching my leg. That wasn't a scratch. I know a scratch. There's scratching and there's flirting, and that was a flirt. That wasn't a flirt. I know when I'm flirting and scratching, and baby, I was scratching. Now she's working on her own composition, which will premiere at the Bijou Theater in Connecticut, entitled Music for Heroic Children in Sentient Hot Air Balloons Who Make Accidentally Helpful Snarky Comments During a Mission to Save the World. Please join me in wishing Raffaella Tula Pendulum the best. Jack? Well, actually, I'd rather not talk about Jack. I hope he's doing well. Please join me in wishing Jack the best. Well, that's the Millers, I guess, Dr. Sayoga Cavalli. This is all my way of saying thank you. I imagine you get hundreds of Christmas cards every year from people that you've helped, and this is just another drop in the bucket, but around this time of the year, when the whole world from pole to pole is sprinkled in snow, heaven's feeblest angels, and the bare elms whinge in the frosted gales, and all the world is flush with Yuletide grace, I feel this need rushing up from my heart, like a hot air balloon taking flight, the need to say thank you, thank you. My father used to say, life is a tree, the more you climb, the more you see. Well, the life of a doctor must be a sequoia. Merry Christmas, Dr. Sayoga Cavalli. Merry Christmas. P.S. The medication you gave to Orpheus Napoleon October is not sitting well with him. I ground it into a powder and sprinkled it over him like you suggested, but it started to wash out the print, and he's looking rather pale. This is not listed in any of the side effects that come with the medication, and so, I hope you'll understand, I'm suing you and all of Topanga Barnacle Metal Group of Weehawken for all you're worth. I get a package deal from my lawyers, so it's just a no-brainer for me at this point. I hope this won't affect our burgeoning friendship. Like I said, I consider you to be family, Dr. Sayoga Cavalli, and you should be happy for me knowing I'm getting what I deserve and I know my own worth. Again, thank you and Merry Christmas. Love, the Millers.